Is there any audio for you guys for the YouTube?
No.
Nah.
Alright, we are live now on the channel. Hello everyone! We are reacting to the Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave Direct today, August 4th. We haven't done a reaction to a Direct since Splatoon, which wasn't that long ago. It was only like a month ago. But today we have Don, Zach, and I, and we're going to be reacting, like I said, to this new Fire Emblem Direct. Have we had a Fire Emblem Direct before? I feel like we had during the Switch era. Did they do one before Warriors came out and then the 3DS remake came out? Does that seem right?
Yeah,
oh, and
yes,
they probably
so
talked about Fire Emblem Heroes at the same time.
Yeah, so they had the Direct 1 week after the Switch presentation.
That's what they did.
Where they talked about Fire Emblem Heroes, bit more about Warriors, and then Echoes.
Yeah, that was...
We never got one. We never got one for
Engage.
What was it? Yeah, Engage.
I don't think
No.
so.
I don't think we got one for Engage. I'm not sure if we got one for Free Houses. Trying to remember.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I really think it was, like you said, Don, right after the Switch. So it's been a very, very long time. Everyone, let us know how we sound audio-wise. I will have to adjust that on my end. Again, audio-wise, too, once we get into the actual stream here in roughly 28 minutes.
You know what's funny?
What?
That Fire Emblem Direct is likely the last Direct in old style, because it used the old Nintendo Direct font before they moved over to the new style of
That
Nintendo
is,
Direct.
yeah, I believe that's the case.
Yeah.
Because technically, I guess the Switch presentation wasn't technically a Direct, right? You're saying it was after the Switch 1 presentation? Yeah.
Yeah, 1 week after the Switch 1 presentation, yeah.
I remember where I watched that. I was in college. I watched it at the gym. Because the directs were always so early when I was at school. So I was like, I would either watch in the library or at the gym.
Yeah.
Because there was like no one around. And that was the worst because I watched the direct for when Cloud was announced and I was at the library. And I remember jumping in my seat. And I was like in a very quiet spot in the library. I was covering my mouth. I jumped. I was like, I cannot say a single thing right now because people are studying.
I remember, it's so funny with directs, like there are certain ones where like if you're not watching like at home or something, you remember where you were when you watched it. And it's like funny, I was picking up my brother from high school when like one direct was going on. It was the direct where we got Lucas as DLC for Smash 4. And that was like kind of the, like we didn't really know that we were getting more DLC. After that, until like that point, like we knew we got Mewtwo as the bonus, but we didn't know for sure we were getting DLC characters, and that was like the confirmation. So every time we passed, we were like at a stoplight when it got like announced, and every time we passed by that light, we call it the Lucas light.
Remember the Smash ballot?
I love the Smash ballot. I had a good time with that.
Yeah. That it was that entire presentation. That feels ages ago now.
If it was a competition, I technically won the Smash ballot.
Yeah, Zach got first. I don't know where Banjo was. Banjo was pretty high.
He was probably like top 5, I would imagine, honestly.
Yeah. Crazy that I still had influence on Smash Ultimate ultimately. Speaking of Smash Ultimate, let's talk about Fire Emblem.
I mean, that's a good transition, Donna.
I was going to say, great segue.
Yeah.
The complaint with the Fire Emblem characters in Smash, I like the choices they have. It's just so unfortunate that they don't do a good job of representing like the other classes in Smash. I think that's their biggest downside. Like they don't have like an axe user. They don't have like, I guess I want to call them a rider user. They don't have someone like on a horse or like a dragon. Obviously there's Corrin and like, I guess you can say that, but obviously like you don't have someone flying around on a dragon. But I think they got better over time, especially when they got to the transition of like Robin. I think Robin was kind of like a precursor to a lot of the Smash Ultimate characters, especially the DLC characters where they had some kind of meter. And then from there, I think Corrin was a good addition, and Byleth might be one of my favorite ones. I just love the playstyle of Byleth.
I think Byleth's the best representation of Fire Emblem, the game. Like,
yeah, I agree.
In Smash, like all of the different, and it works so well because of all the divine weapons, or what are they? Divine instruments? Is that what they're called?
Divine weapons.
Oh, they are divine weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's the thing that kind of stinks about it is that those are all recent characters, and so a lot of people are like, oh, with a new Smash they might like reset the roster, and I feel like the guys that you keep, like the guys that are 100% safe for like Fire Emblem to make it back to Smash are all the same, like normal swords kind of guy. Like Marth is guaranteed. Like I think Ike is also guaranteed. He's like a huge name in Fire Emblem, and then from there, I don't know if Roy is safe. I don't know. Like I think either Chrom or Lucina is safe because Awakening was such a big game for Fire Emblem. Like it really brought in a giant new audience, and so I think one of those has to stay. There you go.
I got in because of Awakening. Well. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're
Awakening was my first as well.
The Awakening crowd. Even though, actually, yeah, I never played any up until Awakening. I saw them like in Nintendo Power, but I'm like, this doesn't look up my alley. But once I got friends playing Awakening, like, oh, you have to try this game out. You have to try this game. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go. Don, are you an old head? Have you been playing for a while?
I've been playing for a while. I played the original one that came in English on GBA, which is just called Fire Emblem. I mean, obviously before that, they were introduced in Smash Brothers. So it was a flip array around where I wanted to learn more about his character, and I ended up playing Fire Emblem games. To me, like the main issue still have right now is that they need to recognize like the main staples of like characters that come back every single time as like the main staples. Like it's shocking to me that Lyn never had a shot at Smash.
Lyn is in Warriors though. Like I think the roster
and in Engage.
And in Engage. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah. Warriors, at least I haven't played Engage, but I played the original Fire Emblem Warriors. I feel like that did a decent job at pulling the fan favorites or kind of representing all the characters throughout the series. Again, I haven't played much of the older games, but like you said, they do have Lyn, they do have, I want to say Tiki. Like they do have some fan favorite characters that are pretty well represented in that game. And I think what's it called? It has a lot of characters. What was after Awakening? It was
Fates.
There's a lot of Fates characters, I feel like, in Warriors. But again, I feel like that was so close to release of Fates between Warriors. Maybe it was like a year and a half, because I think Fates came out 2016, Warriors came out 2017. So I think they were kind of riding the high. It's like, oh, let's just add a bunch of these characters.
It was still in the period where there was a year between the Western and the Japanese release. So like Awakening came out in Japan in 2012, and we got it in 2013. And Fates came out, I think, in 2015 in Japan, and we got it in 2016.
I didn't realize there was that big of a gap for those.
Yeah.
It was definitely 16 because we got Corrin announced before Fates even came out. And
that is true.
I was going to say, that was definitely 2016 because it was my senior year of college. Dating myself. But yeah, I do remember that like we got like that was a big thing. People were like, why are they playing the Fire Emblem trailer? Chat, what do we feel about Fates? How do we feel about Fates? I personally love it. I know a lot of people are against it, but I personally love Fates.
I had a good time with it.
Maybe a bit of controversial opinion. I think Revelation is still the canonical ending.
I think that completely makes sense.
Yeah.
It's if you think about it, it's like the left path, the right path, and that's the path like down the center. So that's the choose your own path.
I want the Kumbaya ending. Give me the Kumbaya ending because there's so much turmoil in the other two routes, you know.
So why is there so much controversy for Fates then? Because I only played one path when I played it.
I mean, the Japanese version had some features that they ultimately removed in the Western release, and then a bunch of the localization changed between the two.
Yeah, I could have done without the petting minigame. But some people say it's like too convoluted, too like it's funny. The thing that I actually love about it, I don't love how they did it, but I do love the kid mechanic. I love the idea that like because it's so fun like in these Fire Emblem games to set up you have your pairings among your party that you end up, they all build this chemistry, and then eventually some of them get married. And it's so cool to just see that through, and then all of a sudden like you have kid units that take attributes from both parents. I think that's such a cool mechanic. I don't really like the way they did it in the like weird, you pull your kid from like the shadow realm or like, you know, you pull them from like the future realm or whatever, however they did it.
Yeah.
But it would be cool if like in if they did something similar, but like think about like Three Houses, how there was the time skip. Like if you had any couples, like if you managed to get anybody's relationship level high enough before the time skip, when you go to the time skip, they have a kid. Like that would be a cool mechanic, I think.
I feel that.
You know, go ahead, John.
Let's talking about like Three Houses, right? It's like interesting. I look back at that game more fondly than I think I thought about it at the time. I think at the time, like when I reviewed it, I gave it like an 8. And I still think there is some criticism to be had of that game. In general, though, it was still like, in general, just a really good video game.
I think it's probably my favorite Fire Emblem personally. I know it's the one that I sunk the most hours into. I want to do a new run of it before Fortune's Weave comes out. I think like in the weeks leading up to Fortune's Weave, I'll probably do a Blue Lions playthrough because that's the one I played the least. I think I've played all the other routes twice, and I think I've only played Blue Lions once.
Of the routes that you played, favorite route?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like the party members in Golden Deer the most. But I think Edelgard's story is probably my favorite story of the 3.
That's what I'm playing right now.
I think in Edelgard I would usually, I mean, I usually think she's right, so I don't, in that scenario I will oppose the church. But like the actual siding of the church version of that story is also really interesting to behold.
Yeah, it's a really cool dynamic with Three Houses. I think they did a lot of things right, and that's why I'm really excited that Fortune's Weave is pulling a lot from Three Houses. It looks like it's looks like it's an direct sequel in a way.
I mean, one of the characters seems to come from Fodlan, also considering the weapon they're carrying, so it makes sense. And also with like Sophus being there, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I mean, this is going to be a treasure trove for us. Going, oh, we got something.
Splatoon.
Yeah, they're playing now trailers these days before the rec starts.
Like we've been saying, get that advertising in where you can.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I like
Splatoon,
how
you threw me off.
It's Splatoon 3 and not Raiders.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
Maybe they'll do a Raiders one right after it.
There's been so many.
Yeah, I think my main criticism.
So many good memes.
Oh, quick rundown of the older Splatoon series. Yeah, they uploaded that recently. But going back to Three Houses, I think my main criticism of 3 hours is just playing that same opening again 5 times really burned me out by the end.
They should have a skip to university or skip to academy.
Time skip, yeah, just section, before the time skip. Yeah. Just go to the mission before the time skip.
Literally. I guess you do need to you do build your rapport with your team and your stats.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure how you would handle that per se, but also I had to do that a lot. Like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to see DLC announced for this today?
DLC right now already? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
If they do DLC, I don't think it's going to be anything more than like similar to what they did with Engage, where it's and here's 3 summonable characters that you like how Engage, the first DLC wasn't a full set. It was just and you could play as the Three Houses characters.
There might just also be an extra story like they did with Three Houses, where it just creates an additional hero character that didn't exist before for some reason.
Yeah.
But to me that's my main question, right? It's like how, because it seems it basically follows the blueprint of Free Houses in every conceivable way. There are some new units, there are some new gameplay tweaks, but it seems like it's following the blueprint of Free Houses in very specific ways, including with the artist, the way the game presents itself, with the gameplay elements of that game. So I wonder how much they will improve on it comparing it to that last game.
Why do you guys think that Nintendo decided to make this their next, like, I know it is for physical and digital different pricing, but why do you think they made this one the next $80 physical game?
I think this is going to be a big game. Like, not necessarily, I mean, I do think it'll sell well, but I think this is going to be a large game. Yeah. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of content in this game. And so I could see Nintendo's always been really big on, they believe that, you know, like, you price your game what they believe it's worth, like what they've put in. And I feel like the developers of this probably feel like they made a massive game. And I think Fire Emblem...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I see what Skion17 is saying in the chat. I've seen a lot of criticism about the animations compared to Engage, and it does look a step down animation-wise. I feel it was such a different game, Engage. Engage was meant as sort of as the celebration of that series, but it's also like outside of the actual anniversary year. But in general, like they did a lot to make that game have more of a magical, whimsical style compared to the more gritty style that Free Houses had.
I was just about to say, Engage was definitely the most anime Fire Emblem we've ever got. Like, it was very much leaned into, like, not just, like, aesthetically, but, like, the story itself was very, like, how the characters interact. There were, like, anime tropes where, like, you know, like, they do the thing where it's, like, they're, like, ooh, and they, like, run into each other, like, like that, like, anime trope kind of thing. They had a bunch of those, like cliches in it. So I think a lot of that too was they have exaggerated animations in their moves as well to fit that more anime-y style, whereas this might be a little more grounded in their not.
I do like a lot of the characters in Engage. I know it was not the best story, but I liked a lot of the characters in Engage, to be honest.
I agree with that. There are a lot of great party members.
We have a $5 super chat from Brawl Snorlax here. Plot twist: they will show Smash Switch 2 with newcomers from the game being the first reveal. I hope I'm kidding. I don't know if they've ever done like a plot twist on us, Nintendo, where it's like, because usually when they tweet out a direct, they're very specific on what they're showing. Like, I don't think they've ever been like, hey, here's this game, and then next thing you know, it turns into something else, unless it's in a general direct and they kind of like mix us up a little bit. Where they've
ever only done it once during the entire existence of directs, which are this year 15 years old, by the way.
Wait, what are you referring
15, to? 15, right?
Directs are this year 15 years old.
Yeah,
but what are you referring
1-5,
to?
Right? 1-5.
But they only have done like a rotation thing once. So at one point they did, because they were so desperate during the Wii U era, they did a Wii Fit U direct, and they announced two things. They announced an update for Wii Street U, which allows you to use the balance board.
Oh my god.
And then secondly, they announced Wii Sports Club, which had nothing to do with the Wii balance board.
So I guess, I mean, the only thing connected
is adjacent.
Like, yeah, adjacent, but like, I guess that is the closest thing to like a mix-up.
Yeah. They called Wii Fit U Direct, but I then throw two products that have nothing to do with Wii Fit U on us.
Like,
I'm trying to think of like other mix-ups. Yeah.
There's been
like the closest
like
I can think of
where it's like, oh, here's Isabelle and Animal Crossing, but I think we kind of knew right away based on the
Sakurai.
trailer.
He loves a fake out.
It is a Sakurai fake out, so I want to even consider that.
Yeah.
I was
thinking
like
the most Sakurai thing to do.
Third party and indie. Like I think Cadence of Hyrule showing up in the, like, I know it is an indie, but that showing up in the indie direct was a little bit of like a Trojan horse. Like nobody was expecting to see anything Nintendo at the indie direct, if that makes sense.
I mean, Brace Yourself is, yeah, well, like you said, an indie company, so it makes sense, to be honest.
Mm. And then they did a similar thing. Like, I think a lot of people weren't expecting to see anything Nintendo at the partner showcase that they did a couple years ago, and then they showed
Age of Imprisonment.
What is it? Age of Imprisonment, yeah. Which I mean, again, is technically third party because it's Koei Tecmo.
Yeah, and considering Japan, they fully consider it third party because it's not published by Nintendo.
Speaking of Koei Tecmo, do we know they're involved in Fortune's Weave here? Because they were in Three Houses.
I assume
yes,
so.
So far it seems like no.
Oh, they're not?
Because,
oh, no? Okay.
So nothing has been indicated, because normally they will add a logo of the company they're working with. Like Koei Tecmo is like very specific in wanting to be credited. So far, we have not seen anything of their end. Hopefully they do it here. But it mostly has been the artists that work on the game, and outside of that, it's just mostly Nintendo and Intelligent Systems that are mentioned.
Maybe they're working on a.
So maybe they'll say it here. It will be good, but they haven't said anything who's actually working on it outside of Intelligent Systems.
Maybe Koei Tecmo is working on Fire Emblem Fortune's Hopes.
Yeah,
the next Warriors
game.
Fortune's.
I'll
Fortune's
take
Warriors.
that. I really enjoyed Free Hopes, actually. More in some ways, I think I preferred Free Hopes over Free Houses in very specific ways.
I would probably enjoy it more,
especially story-wise. Yeah.
Oh,
there are some story bits that I really like in Free Hopes.
I played the demo, and I'm gonna finish 3. I only have a few chapters left in 3 Houses. I'm gonna finish it probably before next month, and then that should give me enough time to play through 3 Hopes before Fortune's Weave. That's one of the. I think the only Nintendo Warriors game I haven't played is 3 Hopes.
It's pretty good. Story-wise, it feels complete. It's not like with Age of Imprisonment, where it's basically a side story that isn't canon. It's basically just alternate reality in the same universe. So they still consider it like somewhat in-universe. It's just a completely different story than it used to be, because there used to be, in Free Houses, it's a 5-year time gap. In Free Hopes, it's a 2-year time gap.
That makes sense. Not a semi-random pivot. Is Fire Emblem Heroes still going strong? Like, are they still getting new content?
Yeah, they still get like those monthly showcases for new things they're adding.
Can you imagine if they did like a free VM version or like a paid version, like they did for Animal Crossing for for Fire Emblem Heroes, but it was like a couple $1,000s. It's like, oh, you pay it, but you get everything. It wouldn't work for them.
You want to hear something? I want to hear a very stressing statistic about that, what you just said, Zach?
What?
The only active mobile games are Fire Emblem games.
Oh, wait, it's a new one we got randomly last
and the
year.
other one, the Fire Emblem Shadows, right?
Shadows and Heroes are the only 2 active supported mobile games by Nintendo. Because Mario Kart is now shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Dragalia Lost back, please. I said in my the video that I made talking about mobile games getting console versions, I think Fire Emblem Heroes, they could do something akin to that. Like I think there's definitely a pathway to turn that game into a full, once they shut it down, turn it into a repurposed remake, essentially the same thing they're doing with some of these Final Fantasy games.
Square's just going to produce it.
I don't disagree on that. I don't disagree.
I think that's the way to go. I mean, it's so smart to just reuse. You've already got something that's a proven success with this mobile game. Like,
it fills in the gap.
Why not reuse the?
Yeah, you can easily be like, oh, we need to fill in the gap for like the spring. Let's just reuse the assets and put it out.
Well, the thing is, the people who haven't played this game likely didn't play it because it's a mobile game. You know, like there's people who are just like, I don't play mobile games, you know? And so you're basically hitting a new audience of fans. Like I bet there's so many Final Fantasy fans that are going to play Resonance that, you know, they knew that Brave Exvius was a game all along, but they were like, I'm not playing a mobile game. And now all of a sudden you have this giant audience of people that are going to play a regular one of this game. Why not throw it and repackage the thing that you already have?
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
I love the art style of Heroes as well. The chibi models of all of them are so good. They have that kind of like puppet animation too. It's not like actual animated like 2D, and it's kind of like they have each body part in like a live 2D rig. It looks so good.
Don, did you play much of it or no?
Xenoblade.
Which one, Heroes? Yeah, I played it for a while. I was even subscribed to that pass, but I stopped a year ago. So I'll hold on for a long time. But to me, it's like it's an investment and like a sense of return. I didn't feel like I get anything new out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, when it comes to mobile games, pretty far. I played it for a good while. I played it because Vin played it a ton, obviously. Our cousin. He played it a ton, and so he would always you could share gifts in game, and he would always share gifts every day. So I feel like I had the majority of my pulls were just from the currency that I got from him sharing gifts.
Shocking Xenoblade hasn't done a mobile game yet.
It would make way. I mean, two had a gacha system. It wasn't even a mobile game.
I'm so confused it hasn't done it.
I need to buy 2. Because I borrowed it to play the first time. I need to buy it so that I can play this new update because it looks so good.
I found it funnier that I booted up my version of Torna and I got a free update for Switch 2. Because in Europe it came out on the cartridge.
That's right. I was gonna say they get if you get it separate, right?
Yeah. So then you get also a download code for everything in expansion pass except for Torna.
Oh really?
So I have the weirdest state on my eShop. If I go to the listing, it has all the DLC bought except for Torna.
Honestly, you know what I would kind of love to see? I would love to see Xenoblade cross Fire Emblem. I think it was so cool they did Fire Emblem cross Shin Megami Tensei with Tokyo Mirage. I love Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I think Tokyo Mirage Sessions
such a good
awesome
game. Such a good game.
I would love to see Fire Emblem crossover again.
They're promoting a mobile game.
Yeah, there's the other mobile game.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Gotcha. I did like Pick to Nico actually. It was a good time.
Zach, I would take Fire Emblem cross Xenoblade cross Warriors. It would be so bizarre, but I would take it.
So you're saying you would take Fire Emblem cross Xenoblade if it was a Warriors game, is what you're saying?
No, I'll take it either way. If it's in the style of Xenoblade, I think first I would want Warriors, then Xenoblade, then Fire Emblem, play style. Most likely, it would probably be in the style of Fire Emblem.
I would imagine it would be in the style of it depends. It's almost like the Street Fighter cross Tekken versus Tekken cross Street Fighter, where
the characters came to the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. It's they're in their world and then they go.
Yes, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. That's a phenomenal pull.
That's a reference.
But that's exactly
that was a monumental event as kid.
It was a big deal.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is Fire Emblem in a Shin Megami Tensei game.
Yeah.
So would this be a Xenoblade game with you summon Fire Emblem characters as your blades?
That would be. I guess that would be kind of Engage then, right?
Yeah, but Engage more infuses you with the power of that character and then fuses together.
All right,
it's
everyone.
A bit different, but somewhat the same.
We're starting in 1 minute, so chat, let us know how our sound is once we start in. I'll have to lower the audio from the actual direct or Don Zachary. We have one more comment here. Johnny Denny
Nintendo today.
Say, Nick, I do have a question. Do you think we're getting a different direct? I mean, I think this is probably gonna be the only direct for this month, and then I guess the September direct, because they're gonna have to talk about the Duskbloods pretty soon, especially when they have the playtest this month.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're allowed to
comes out
29, 28, 27. We need to sync up.
Yeah, I'm at 26, 25, 24.
22,
exact same place.
Okay, we're all good then.
17, 16, yeah?
Don, you might be
you're a second ahead.
Okay, 1 second. 1.
12, 11,
10, 8,
9,
8. I'm at 6,
7,
5.
4.
Could you
maybe pause? Do a quick pause one more time.
1.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Now you can.
Black screen.
Yep. Cool.
Yep. Black screen.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Jesus.
Come, celebrate the second birth of this world's rightful ruler.
Oh dear.
Looking dark.
Of the underworld.
Advent of the Underworld.
We'll never win the battles ahead
I can dig it.
without them.
Oh, I want to play as the guitar girl so bad.
Yeah, I might go guitar.
We need as many as we can.
Chat says volume up a little, please.
Volume is up.
Oh my god, you give me a character with one angel wing, I'm all in.
Is it the main protagonist?
That's my. I don't think that was the main protagonist. No.
The white dressed person is the main protagonist.
Oh, it is the one who had the angel wing.
The Dagdan Empire.
It seems so.
A land
At least
at the
that's what
peak of
it's what's
prosperity under the rule
implied.
of the gods. In the capital city of Daxian,
That's when I was born.
bustling markets,
1449.
ports teeming with trading ships, temples
Remember it
to
like
the
it was
gods,
yesterday.
and other establishments line the crowded streets. This is also where the heroic games are held in tribute to Dagda, the Empire's first and founding king.
The heroic games have begun!
It's set with Solel, the
I love a
current
tournament
ruler,
arc. Who doesn't love a
grant
tournament?
Dragon Ball.
wish to whoever wins the games.
Divine
Those
Sovereign.
vying for the prize hold strength, determination, and
she just
undying
holding a gun?
convictions they refuse to yield.
That would be awesome. It was probably like
The story
a bow
revolves
gun,
around
like a
4 heroes who
fire
have
bolts.
entered the heroic games. Who you choose will determine how the narrative unfolds
For
as they
Shin's
fight
Weave.
for glory. Kai is a young boy living in the peaceful village of Ribera. On his 15th birthday, his father is imprisoned beneath Daxian for crimes committed. In hope
I like
of a
that the
peaceful
character
life
portraits
as a
are animated.
Yeah, I did notice
he
that
sets
too.
out with his childhood friends
They have, like,
to
the
win
live
the
2D
heroic
look.
games
Oh, yeah.
and save his father.
Friends.
his friends are his battle.
Dietrich, ever in search of a stronger opponent, is attacked by an enormous monster while sailing a stormy sea.
That seems to be the Voldemort character.
Beautiful. He then washes ashore in the foreign land of Dagda. This is where, between battling bandits and beasts, he
Wilson.
learns of the heroic games. To
Just
stake
kill the
his
wildlife?
thirst for
Okay.
battle, Dietrich decides to compete in the
Oh, I
heroic
did see something
games
cool.
with new allies at his side.
There was like
That
each
settles it.
house has someone
Time
who
to
like
hit
there's
the
something
road.
wrong with their
To
eye.
Daxian.
Ah.
Like one of them has an eye patch, he has a lazy eye. Another one has like a cut through
Hailing
his
from the
eye. And
kingdom
there's,
of Ceramus
like another has a
himself,
glass eye or something.
Theodora represents a culture that worships the keeper of death and night, a goddess loathed throughout the lands. Swearing to restore the honor of her goddess and defend the faith of the people and the peace of her kingdom. Theodora leads her veteran retainers into battle with the goal of winning the games.
Okay, she's giving Daenerys vibes. Oh, but I got a good guitar lady.
A young woman born into prestige and blessed with musical talent, Lita is consumed by rage following her father's murder at the hands of an unknown assailant. Having given everything to seek revenge, she eventually learns of the killer's plan to participate in the heroic games.
Alive! I will kill him.
She reminds me of
Bring
the
an end
dancer
to the
from
man who
Octopath
murdered her
Traveler.
father,
Right,
Lita
yeah.
heads to Daxian with supportive companions in tow.
Her whole band.
He just played a cover
Sorry,
band.
Theodore, but I won't be letting you take the victory today.
If victory is decided
Honestly, I like
by
all of the
conviction
protagonists,
alone,
or all the houses.
then I think it shall not be
Oh,
up
yeah.
to you.
I do like the dynamic of the four characters. They're very interesting.
Duel you, white-maned demon.
I hope that these
But I'm
arena
sorry.
battles
Failure
have like a
is not
different
an
gimmick to
option
them
for me
than
either.
traditional
But
battles.
that's only because I don't
Since
have
they're
any
more
choice.
like self-contained.
The music rocks.
Going into
It's good,
each
isn't
match,
it?
you'll choose your party members and their initial
Ooh,
placement on
cool.
the field. Then let the battle commence.
Oh,
Each unit's movement
It's like a-
range is shown in blue, and their attack range in red.
You kind of treat it like a MOBA.
yeah, it's
Once
very
all
good
of
for
your
you.
units have completed their actions, your opponent's turn begins. You'll take turns moving and fighting across the map as you engage in fierce combat. Victory includes
pretty
defeating
interesting.
the opposing leader, among other conditions.
That's what I was wondering. Was like, will there be special conditions for each?
The four heroes and their allies can
like tournament
utilize
thing.
various means of attack. Swords are
Almost like the Paper
straightforward
Mario
and easy to
tournament.
wield.
Where like
Gauntlets
you gotta
make
kill all
it
your enemies,
easier
but you
to
can't
evade
use
attacks.
magic or whatever.
They don't seem to use any
Spears
special weapons
deal
though, because so
massive
far it
damage
seems
to
to be very
cavalry
traditional Fire Emblem weapons.
Axes have low accuracy, but high attack power. Bows strike enemies at a distance
Like
and
even
can
deep
deal
grip,
fatal blows
use
to
just a
flying
killing
units.
edge.
And magic is effective against foes with heavy armor. It can also heal or otherwise support allies in dire situations. There are also swords that call down
11
lightning,
sword, my friend.
gauntlets that look like firearms, and other
I was right. She
useful
does
what
have
the
a
fr-
gun.
Oh, she does have a gun.
I
There's
thought
a
it was
gun!
crazy.
That's just
Position
straight
Hell
up a
yeah.
gun!
key element of combat.
Oh, that's
What
that's
the
going to my party for sure.
When you strike within an enemy's range of attack,
She's just like a nun with a gun.
they
Done
might
with the
counterattack.
gun.
Consider attacking
I like the
those
character that
equipped
Kai
with
is riding
close-range
on.
weapons from a distance.
Yeah,
And
they're
get
like
up
ostriches
close and
looking things.
personal
Yeah,
against
yeah.
long-range opponents to avoid counterattacks. The
This looks
terrain
great.
can
This
also
this
give
looks
you an
like
advantage.
exactly what I would want from a new
While
fire.
adjacent allies can receive buffs,
It seems like there will be a
Take
good
advantage
chunk
of the
of the missions
situation
that just
to
take
control the
place in
battlefield
arenas,
in
though.
your
I have the
favor.
feeling that's the case.
combat arts are attacks unleashed at the expense of weapon durability.
So my wondering
There
is
are
how
attacks
you
with
like,
greater
further
power.
develop those characters outside of those conditions is my main question really.
Longer range, or other
Look at that
advantageous
weapon.
effects.
I'm just thinking of like the divine
So
weapons.
use them in decisive moments.
And then one of them's just a gun.
Yeah.
One of them's just
There
a
are also
45.
special moves that consume your soul in exchange for power, called Blaze Arts.
Consume your soul.
Blaze
Kai
Arts.
releases a
Consume your
burst
souls.
of
I'm not really
otherworldly
pressed,
power from
but
his
I did press, but
cast
now you use your
flames in a
actual
wide
life
area.
energy.
It's funny. This
After
looks like
movement,
dark magic, and
Dietrich's
we saw that
cloak
intro.
can warp
I wonder,
to locations on the battlefield that aren't easily accessible.
like, how dark is this game gonna be?
Yeah.
It's like you're using the power of the devil right
Theodora
now.
uses
Like,
the power inherited from her ancestors to rend the earth
Just
and
throw a
hurl it at foes.
rock
Throw
at
a
it.
boulder at you.
Lita plays her Vihuela to buff allies,
Sigma.
She's also bored.
summon a powerful monster, and more.
I was gonna say if
These
she's a
special
bard.
moves can turn the tide of battle,
Demonic
but at the
beasts.
cost of the hero's health points.
I have a feeling your fairy will prove right.
Additionally, if your allies fall in
Just
battle,
randomly summoning a demonic beast to your side.
you can turn back time. After each
Oh,
move,
they brought this
you can
back.
rewind
Is this in
at any
classic
previous
mode?
point in battle, so don't be afraid to rethink your
That's a good
strategy
question. I
if
don't
things
remember.
don't
Classic
go as
mode or
planned.
not.
Based on their class,
I think he meant
such as
is the
Shiva,
turn back time
who are
mechanic.
skilled with swords,
Yeah.
Bardingers who fight on horseback, and bishops who use white magic. A unit's
love a good
abilities
job
can
system.
change dramatically. The weapons they can wield and their range of movement also vary. Classes are divided into beginner, specialty, and advanced tiers. Beginner classes are the foundation. Gladiators excel in handling weapons. Diviners can wield magic. And Orneus riders can cover more ground. There are 5 beginner classes in all. Specialty classes have more specific abilities. Armored knights boast ironclad defense with heavy armor. Wing soldiers can leap obstacles and cover long distances, while charioteers can strike multiple enemies in a straight line. There are over 10 to attain. Advanced classes are masters of their skills. Cataphracts have the mobility of horses with the defense of heavily armored units.
Oh, listen to the song.
This remix.
This is so good.
So good.
Spears and white magic. Plus other classes that possess a combination of strengths. You'll also
Elephant
find
Rider.
Elephant Rider, oh my
Run through
god.
every
So good.
and other classes that fight while astride giant beasts.
You defeat me?
Cocoon. Sethith?
Between matches,
That's
you'll have time to get
a
ready
name
for
of
what's
a
to
Three
come.
Houses character.
You'll receive some useful intel about your next opponent. So use this information while
Also similar hair, but then
Daxia,
blonde.
or venturing off to improve your team's prowess in battle. The
Oh,
time
oh.
is yours to spend.
That makes sense how you then upgrade your characters then. Yeah.
Oh, free room.
Let's
like,
look at some of the things you can
It's a
do
bit
in
like
Daxia.
Awakening's world map.
The Arena Plaza
I like
is where
that.
you can
I like that
receive
a lot.
additional training once per week in the time between matches.
all right, so we got another
As your skills improve,
calendar system.
you'll learn new
Persona
moves to use in
inspired.
battle and be able to wield increasingly stronger weapons. On match days, you can watch battles between other participants unfold to research your opponents. At the shopping arcade, you'll purchase weapons and tools, or enhance your weapons using materials you've collected. This temple row is watched over by a bronze statue of the Divine Sovereign and is home to 7 temples. Depending on which temple you volunteer in, you'll acquire a blessing to use in battle. These provide effects such as a temporary stat buff, halving the damage you receive, and more.
Okay.
Speak to an exam proctor to take a certification exam. The chance of success depends
this
on
is
who's
cool.
taking the test.
Oh,
and
there's
the class
still
they're
a chance
aiming
of
for.
failure to upgrade your class.
So be sure they have the necessary
Oh, I thought it was
skills
just
before
if you
applying.
beat the challenge, you get it.
No, you just have to have the luck of the
To
draw
attain
or
the
100%
pleasure
to
I
get exactly what you
That's
want.
I wonder if you can save scum it.
You can also receive quests from
Likely,
townsfolk.
yeah.
Complete them
We have
by
to
the
say
given
between
deadline to receive rewards. You never know who might ask
I'm
for your
grateful
help.
for your help in this matter.
The Divine Sovereign? Why would someone of your stature be here?
Okay, this is what I want to know.
Recruit powerful warriors you meet in Daxia.
Okay.
Even if they turn you away at first, try
I like
giving
her
them
design.
gifts
Appreciate it. The spirits
or invite them to share a meal. That might be enough
Tea
to
party.
win them over.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Inns, not only can you lodge and eat, but you can let time pass to gain experience and gather materials automatically.
That's
Okay.
That's cool.
Looking good.
So basically,
the auto
if you're just looking to get to your
may converse
seems like the auto
and show
What's
their
that?
support to each other here too.
yeah,
Oh, and can I
seems
get a
like it.
raise? Then I'd be psyched to work even harder.
Thanks, Kai. I came here to say I was pulling for you, but it went the other way around.
As your journey continues, you'll gain access to even more facilities.
Remember this for a long time to come.
This is the Pale Raven's Perch, a spot where a mysterious white bird rests its wings. From here, you can swap to a different hero. Progress is
Oh, you
saved
can swap
for
on the
each of
fly.
heroes, so playing
Okay.
through all 4 of their
Interesting.
stories in parallel is an option.
Thank goodness. Not have to do the
Interesting.
same opening over again.
When you venture outside
I
of
appreciate
Daxia,
that, actually.
you can explore
I wonder
areas
how that works
across the
per
continent.
save file. Like,
Time passes.
Do you have 4
every
saves
time
as
you
part of
move,
one save
so
file?
plan your expeditions
I
carefully.
mean, I think it just saves progression per character, I imagine. Yeah.
Visit towns to purchase local wares.
Anything
I
you
wonder
Like if
what
you
happens.
started.
What I'm more wondering
Or
is what happens
gather
with
information
recruited
that could be
characters.
useful on your adventure.
That's a good point.
Travel with your allies to improve everyone's abilities in battle. Enemies will randomly appear on the world map. When you encounter one, a skirmish will begin.
Oh my god, this is so... Bringing back the world map, they're so bad.
Earn
I love these
experience points
environments.
by felling your foes. You'll also find dungeons
Just smaller skirmishes is something
where
that I
you collect
really freaking
materials for
miss.
strengthening weapons,
Yeah, this is a good idea.
along with other treasures. When you encounter enemies roaming in a dungeon,
What?
Whoa,
a
cyber.
turn-based clash
What is this
that
Xenoblade
differs from
going
normal
on?
battles will begin.
Yo,
I-
what?
yeah.
In clashes, you
We
can
got
perform
turn-based
attack
battles?
combos with your
Like-
allies.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
What?
Each of the 4 heroes can use abilities that are unique to them. For instance,
Hold on
Dietrich
now.
can flush out enemies in hiding, while Theodora can recruit soldiers in towns and
Oh.
send
Now you
out
really have
assembled
my
troops to gather materials or deploy them in battle.
Again, I'm more still wondering about the details, right? If you can switch between all 3 stores, what happens with like the inventory, the food characters, that sort of stuff?
Make
Yeah.
the most of these.
That's what I was saying.
commands
Was
to
like, is it
enhance your
like you have
power of
3
battle.
saves in one?
That's sort of the hard thing,
Or
right?
is
We
it-
don't know.
Yeah. What if you
interesting,
go
though.
like, what if you go all the way to, the final boss in one save and then just switch over to another character?
Bold
Yeah.
I
warriors,
can't imagine your equipment and stuff.
draw
carrying over.
now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
None with a gun.
For those who stand
And-
upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the divine sovereign. That I vow to you. People of Daxian, hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun!
You're getting
I'm
amiibos.
gonna make a prediction. Oh, you read my mind. I literally was just about to say I'm about to make a prediction. This ends with amiibos.
They're gonna do like a 4-pack.
Yeah, probably.
That's coming out then? That's too far.
Oh, good. They made it sooner. More demonic-y.
This is post those games then.
This is cool. I like the dark stuff.
Times flow, see the
Got us all.
glow of flames ever burning bright.
Is this Sophus?
On the swift rivers drift.
Yeah, this is Sophus.
Broken
Rome.
memories alight. I see that my song has finally reached your ears.
Yeah. 5 years after the heroic games,
Oh, so we do have time skip.
Dagda faces its end at the hands of the revived demon god
Whoa.
Balor.
Why show this? Why spoil
Yeah,
this?
this seems like a big deal.
Even the 4 heroes who played a significant role in the heroic games have vanished. To confront the situation, the progenitor god,
The years
Sophis,
were long.
calls down a single soul.
Interesting. So you'll play as
Oh,
like one of the 4, and then you build your own character in the time skip. Is that what?
No, that's the white person, right? The person in white?
imagine, yeah.
Yes, it is.
This
So the second half
is
is
the story's
this person.
true protagonist.
Here's our next Smash character.
You are given
That's the
a huge
story's
chance
true
to
What the?
face the forces of the
This is just
demon
gonna replace
god
Sephiroth
galore
in
on your
Smash.
own.
You turned
With the
into a
knowledge that
bird.
it's no easy.
He turned into a bird.
He is that bird.
Oh, the bird from earlier. Let's just swap the
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Or use the time-traveling powers of the goddess Fortuna to
Time
change the
travel.
This
fates
feels
of
too
the four
spoilery to
heroes.
put into this direct.
That's what I was saying.
It seems it's a big deal.
You must carve your
Like, why
path
not just
in the
include a
hope of
tease for
saving
this?
Dagda
This
from
feels like the
destruction.
twist in this game. Why would you
Those who
share
join
the
up
twist in your
future
video
will
game?
strengthen the might of your assembled forces.
Yeah, I don't think they spoiled the
This
time skip
is
in
where
Three
your
Houses.
story begins. The end of the world at the hands of the demon god. Which path will you walk?
The rest is
I mean, I'm
up
already
to you.
sold, but
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave launches September 17th, only on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
okay, so you can pick
The
between a boy
Fire
and a girl.
Emblem Fortune's Weave Dagger
TMI,
Collection,
Nintendo,
which includes
TMI.
a 150-page art book, 12 character art cards, and more will be available the same day.
I'm excited,
Oh,
but
this is
also
good too. That's-
TBI.
Yeah.
Plus, more Fire Emblem content will be available following this presentation. Nintendo
Some of the music?
a service that lets you listen to Nintendo game music anytime, anywhere, will be updated with certain
Yeah,
tracks from
special
this game,
release. Let's go.
including the main theme, later today.
That's cool.
Additionally,
I like
the
that.
Nintendo Today smart device app, which brings you daily updates from Nintendo, will receive
Fire
a
Emblem
new
theme.
Fire Emblem theme beginning tomorrow. The app will also feature new information about Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave leading up to launch. There will also be a new Ask the Developer article, in which developers share their thoughts about working on this game on September 15th.
While everyone's, I guess it's before everyone plays it, but still. No
Yeah.
amiibo.
No amiibo.
There you go.
Yeah, there's
that was
the-
the
Alright.
presentation.
Fire Emblem Direct. Guys, what are our initial thoughts here? Chat, what does everyone think? Did we enjoy it? Are we looking forward? Did they spoil too much?
Oh.
There was a lot to kind of take in there.
I enjoyed it. I still wonder, like I mentioned during when the presentation was still going, I still wonder how they will handle the differentiating storylines of the heroes. I do think they maybe spoiled too much of like the second half of this game
Yeah.
a little bit. It feels
Yeah,
like
they
you could
should have
have
just.
they could have
they
given
coulda
a
teased it.
tease. Yeah.
Mm. Like you could have just showed that like dark setting and then like had the guy come down and be like, and this is the true protagonist, and that's it. Like that's all you say, or like something like that.
So do we
Or
think,
not even, maybe.
how soon into
Yeah.
the game do we think we actually get to play as the protagonist?
I'm gonna bet. a third.
They call it the main protagonist, the actual protagonist in this game. So I'm almost wondering, do you start as his protagonist and go back in time?
I'm gonna bet you play as him a third into the game. I think the first third of the game is gonna be like all of the games and whatnot, and the last 2/3 are gonna be. And they said you can time travel, so I imagine you'll be like maybe there's some time travel shenanigans where you're like as the main guy, you're hopping back in time and you're like warning the core 4 characters or something like that.
Yeah.
I do
We'll
really
see.
like
I'm
the arenas that
interested.
they have and how they actually changed, and it's not just like, what's the one stage in Smash that's from Awakening? Is it just like the Coliseum or
Arena Faro, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like that. But I like how the arena here actually has like different settings it goes between. Like there was like a beach one almost. There was the traditional war one. Like I really do appreciate that, because if it was just one setting and we have like hundreds of fights in there, I think it would get a little stale. But it's nice to see that there is variety at the actual Coliseum.
No, for sure. I'm mostly excited to just play it. I think that the most of the gameplay element stuff is pretty straightforward. I like how the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It's just purely it comes down to like the smaller details, how the progression of the story really will play out, which you're still a bit unsure on, especially after those last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
I was confused by, I mean, maybe it'll be a story thing, but seriously, like the nun with the gun, and then how was
The
like
nun
that
with the gun is good.
Xenoblade style? I say Xenoblade, but it was just futuristic, where there was those monsters, robots with the giant swords.
We had that at the end of Three Houses in, I think it was in Edelgard's, or was it in the Golden Deer playthrough?
It's in multiple storylines, but yes.
Where you have just like the dubstep playing in the background, like in that one. Oh, sorry if I'm spoiling.
the dubstep music's a spoiler.
For the people who know, it's about who slivers in the dark, and it's a really weird segment of that game.
Mm.
Which could be tied to this. Who knows, really?
Yeah, there's got to be some connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. What other questions did it answer for you guys? Are you guys sold? I mean, I was already sold before because, again, I'm having a great time.
I was pretty convinced that I was going to play this either way. So it didn't really change my mind per definition. I'm more so interested, I'm more so interested in the details here.
Zach, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of. I think I was sold going in, and I'm more sold like now. I think.
Yeah.
Do you think? I assume it's going to be like Three Houses, or maybe I didn't really get that feel for this. I'm not sure yet, and you guys might have a better understanding. But is it going to be like, depending on which, I'm going to say, house we pick, that will determine like who our starting party members are going to be? Like we'll have a set group, just like Three Houses, or is it going to be a little bit more flexible?
It seems far more flexible, because
which I like I prefer that.
Yeah, the houses seem to be extremely tied to the characters you get, and there is some offshoots here that you can get them on a different route. This seems to be outside of like your starting group of like 3-4 people. This seems to be very open.
Here's a question: do you think the first half is turn-based, where the second half with the protagonist will be warriors based? You team up with, was it whose path you choose? No, I think the gameplay is going to be all
traditional Fire. Other than like the one-off sections where it's like the turn-based battle, like the menu-based turn-based battle.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be all traditional Fire Emblem. I think Fire Emblem fans would have a conniption
for sure.
if you just took away the Fire Emblem, unfire Emblem, your Fire Emblem.
Maybe they would do a mode, or it didn't even seem like they had like an option for that at all.
I also really like the return of the world map, because the world map was missing from the last number of Fire Emblem games.
Yeah, the different style.
It's nice to have a structure there.
Was cool.
Yeah.
Robert says it in chat. Yeah, so I guess I'll skip to that part because I didn't really understand that, where it's like, oh, it's turn-based. Did you guys get a feel for that?
Yeah, it was turn-based in that one battle, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was just kind of a unique mechanic of like that dungeon. Like maybe you get to that point on that map, and you like that's like the criteria of that specific one is like, oh, you have to fight like this.
Yeah. That seems to be the case, to be honest. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Do you guys have any final thoughts? I think we're going to wrap it up here.
No, we said our piece, I think.
I say, yeah, I think that's going to do it for me, too.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone, for checking out the Fire Emblem Fortunes Week Direct with us. We'll be back. Who knows when the next Direct will be. Hopefully pretty soon. I think we're all on the same page that maybe around September we'll be back for another Direct.
Oh, yeah.
But until then, stick around to GameXplain. We have a ton of new stuff coming out this week. I think Pokemon DLC is dropping this week, so maybe we'll have some coverage on that. But
Pokopia is happening.
Pokopia DLC is this week, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching us react to Fire Emblem, and we'll catch you next time. See you, everyone.
Bye, guys.